Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this part 1, we'll be talking about how you can install an MQTT software on an Ubuntu server. The MQTT software that we're using is called Mosquitto, and once the Mosquitto software or the broker is installed, we'll test it with the client. And Mosquitto comes with clients as well. So let's get started. Let's SSH into the Ubuntu server using a software called PuTTY. PuTTY is a free software that you can download. Once you install the software, you'll be confronted with this window, and on this text box you type 192.168, whatever your IP address is of your Ubuntu server. That's my IP address of my Ubuntu server, and hit enter to connect. So you'll be asked to enter your password. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to increase the size of the font here so that you can actually see it. All right, let me check my revision of my Ubuntu server. You can see it's Ubuntu 18.04. So like any other software, before you install a software, it's best to run an update using sudo apt update. Enter user password, and if there's any security patches or whatnot, it'll be done here itself. So once the update is completed, we'll be installing Mosquitto. So to install Mosquitto, you type sudo apt install mosquitto. Mosquitto. This will install the service program, the broker itself. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, we'll also be installing the client. So we can install the Mosquitto client by mosquitto. That's clients with a S. If you hit enter, they'll install all the necessary files for both the Mosquitto broker itself and the client. So once the Mosquitto's MQTT broker has been installed, it will automatically start by itself on the background. The way to check it is typing ps-e, hit enter. You should see Mosquitto as one of your processes here. So if it's not there, you should start it by typing Mosquitto. But all the time, it will start by itself. So next, we'll be testing our Mosquitto broker here. So I'm going to park this on the side here. This will be our subscriber, right? And I'm going to spawn another PuTTY window here, logging into the same machine, Ubuntu server there. Didn't like it. Let's try it again. Okay, it's going to increase the font size like the other one. All right, so make sure this still works. Oh, timeout connection. So it works. Okay, here we go. Increase the font size on this one as well. Okay, here we go. So we're back at it again. So let's make sure that the Mosquitto is still running on the background using the ps-e command. Yeah, it is. So again, this will be our subscriber, and this will be our publisher. To subscribe, you type PuTTY mosquitto sub, right? And then -h for host. You can type here localhost if you like, but I normally like to enter IP address. And the topic that you're subscribing to using -t, double quote, give any topic name, xynetTopic, and hit enter. So now this subscriber is waiting for any published data under the topic xynet. So if you go to the other window on the PuTTY session, this will be our publisher section. So I go mosquitto_pub -h for host. It's going to be the same host address, and the topic that we're going to use is going to be has to be the same, so that the subscriber can receive it. Topic, and the message using -m, hello xynet world. And if you hit enter, you will see that the subscriber gets the message there. You can change the message into a temperature. And the subscriber gets that temperature on the other side. This message is called a payload, right? And the payload type is string. So another way to do this, a more diagnostic way, I'm going to press Ctrl+C on the subscriber to exit, would be to put a -v before the T, topic itself. What it does is that, what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that, let's say if you have multiple topics that the subscriber is subscribing it to, with -v, it will let you know which topic is that data coming from. Like, for example, if I were to say -v here, like I did here, and I hit this one, it will tell me that that message here, 1, 2, 3, 4, came from the topic xynet, right? That's one way to do it. So another technique of debugging is going deeper in here. If you go back and open this thing, and after the -v, you press -d for debug and hit enter, you'll see all the connection message coming up. So when I send the message using my publisher, you'll see every details about that message is there. D is your dupe flag. If there's duplicate response required, this will be 1, right? Q is your quality. Right now it's 0. Let me show you what that quality stands for. Quality can be 0, 1, and 2, right? So there's different, what does 0, 1, and 2 each represent something else. I will put a link on the comment section or description section on this video here to translate what it means here. R is your retain. If your R is 1, it remembers the value 123.03 degrees Celsius. I'm not entirely sure what M0 is, but if you do know, please comment on this section, the comment section of this video here. So I'm gonna close this guy here, exit this guy here by pressing Ctrl+C. Clear. So the next thing I want to do, sorry about that. The next thing I want to do would be to add password. So right now I'm just typing subscription, and this guy is sending me information. There's no security aspects of it. It's just sending message right across. So if I want to add users to my MQTT broker, this is what you have to do. I'm going to close this guy here. So first of all, you're going to have to create a user on your Mosquitto. So you can say sudo tto wd -c etc mosquitto/psswd, and now you have to give a username. Okay, this will be my username. Once you hit enter, they'll prompt you for a password for this username. So I'm just going to give a password called xynetTics123. They're probably going to ask, they were going to ask you to, okay, sorry, password. This is going to be the sudo password, sorry. On this password, they're going to ask you to enter the password for Rabi G. So it's going to be xynetTics123, and they're going to ask you to re-enter the password again, xynetTics123. Once you hit enter, now the user Rabi G is set. But the current running Mosquitto is not really registered. So there's another configuration that you have to do, is to ensure that when you run your Mosquitto sub or publish, it requires the user to enter the password. The way to do it is you're going to have to edit your default config file. So you do sudo nano, which is the editor that I'm using today here. And the file that you're going to locate it will be in etc mosquitto mosquitto.config.d/default.conf. I'll leave all this command on my comment section of the video here. So it's going to be etc/mosquitto/config.d.default.com. So hit enter. The file is normally empty. So on here you allow anonymous false, which means don't allow anonymous user to log in, and password. The password file is located on etc/mosquitto mosquitto config mosquitto pass, passwd. That's where the mosquitto files are located. So you say allow anonymous is false. Password file is located in etc mosquitto pass wd. Press Ctrl X to exit. Go in again. Make sure that the changes that you made are still there. Ctrl X to exit. So now you created the file. So you have created a user. You have created a configuration that will require the user to enter the password. The next thing you have to do is you have to restart your Mosquitto by typing sudo systemctl restart. QUITTO Mosquitto. You hit enter. The Mosquitto get restarted. Make sure that the Mosquitto is still running on the process as a process on the background. I guess it's not. Let me try again. It's not. So let's try the command. Start again. Restart Mosquitto. There you go. It's here. So it's running right now. So next thing you want to do is try to run the same command again. Mosquitto sub. Right. Let's keep it simple a bit without any of the -v or -d. So it's going to be Mosquitto host IP address there. Topic xynetTopic. So hit enter. When you hit enter, what they will tell you here is that connection is refused because the config file requires you to enter the username and password. So we press Ctrl C to exit from here. So the way to enter username and password will be -u. So you're going to be Ravi G. And the password, capital P, will be xynetTopics123, like that. So if you do that, now it will wait and listen for a connection from the publisher. So likewise, on the publisher side, if you were to execute the same command as before without username and password, it will say connection refused. So in order to mitigate that, it will be -u, Ravi G, minus capital P, xynetTopics123. Sorry, with a typo going on down there. So let me try this again. There you go. You can see that the temperature of 12.33 is being transposed into the subscription side. Let's try with different messages. Enter. You can see it went on the other side as well. So if you try using a verbose, hit enter, and then on this side here, send trigger, you can see everything is coming correctly. There you go. So I hope this part 1 allows you to actually set up your broker and test it. In the next part, we'll use a tool called Node-RED to allow you to do all this communication using it's a web-based kind of setup. The reason behind that is that you probably see that you're subscribing for only one topic, but in a real-world environment, it's not only one topic. It could be multiple topics. Like for example, if you're monitoring a vessel, right? You'll be vessel level, there'll be vessel temperature, you'll be vessel high status, a valve. Could be a valve, right? And things like that. So Node-RED will allow you to do multiple topics rather than just one using the Mosquitto client there. All right. Between now and then, stay tuned. I'll be right back with part 2 here shortly. Thank you. Bye.